Hi, I'm going to show you how to assemble the Master Artisan hot rake and then show you some of the ways we can use it to manipulate molten glass in a kiln to create some fascinating and interesting designs. Okay, here we have the Master Artisan hot rake, all of the parts. We've got the wooden handle, we've got three 12-inch extender lengths, we got a 3-prong head and a 1-prong head. So put it together, depending on what size you want. We'll start by threading the handle onto one of the lengths. And now if I wanted, I could thread the head onto that, and I'd have myself a very short rake. But I don't. I want it longer, so this is the size I would probably use for general use on a relatively small kiln. That I don't have to reach too far in, and I'm not going to have an intense amount of heat coming out of it. So again, I could put on the single prong or the 3-prong head, whichever I wanted. In this case, just to demonstrate it, I'll put all 3 lengths together, and this will give us, when assembled, a 42-inch long. So I'll just thread on the 3-prong head. And when you put this all together, you want to take care that you give it a really good twist. You want it tight, so you don't want it to come loose. Lord forbid that it would start to loosen up while you're in the middle of combing molten glass. So this 3-prong head at this is the angle that you would want for pushing glass, because as you push it, it won't dig in. With this angle, if you try to pull it, then the prongs would dig right into the molten glass. Now, if I wanted this the other way, I could just loosen it up. It could be any angle. I could take it out on an extreme angle out or close to 90. In this case, for general purpose, I usually want it on a 45-degree angle for combing. So then I can reach and I can just nicely drag that through the soft molten glass. Here's a project with assorted scraps of glass set out in the kiln with a mold made from ceramic dams blocked off so it can't shift during the combing. We're going to heat this up to 1700 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 925 Celsius, and the glass will be soft enough to rake. All suited up, ready to go. Got a fire-resistant jacket, a tinted face shield, and high-temperature kiln gloves. Ready to rake. With the teeth set on an angle back, open the kiln, reach in, drop the rake into the soft molten glass, and with a slow, steady pressure, pull the rake back towards you. You can see how the glass is as sticky as toffee, so if the rake teeth weren't angled back, they would dig into the glass instead of dragging smoothly through it. With the rake head set with the teeth angled back for a push comb, reach in and with a smooth, steady pressure, push the rake through the soft glass. Here's the finished project, waiting to finish cooling enough to be removed from the kiln. You can see how drawing the rake through the soft glass in waves created an interesting pattern of swirled colors. All right, going to try a small comb on this little kiln here. Because that's a small kiln, we're not reaching in so far. It's not going to radiate near as much heat out as a larger kiln. We don't need a lot of the safety equipment that's needed for a larger kiln. We don't need the big high-temperature gloves. We can get away with just simple, inexpensive welding gloves. We don't need the full tinted face screen. I'm just going to use nothing more than simple sunglasses, just enough to take the glare off. Also, do not need the full-length combing rod, so I've taken 2 of the lengths off, and I've just got a little short stubby length, and I've put the single prong head on it. This is now ready to do the first pull comb. Here's a 20 centimeter by 20 centimeter, that's 8-inch by 8-inch project. dammed and blocked in place in a little 36 centimeter, that's 14-inch, round kiln. I put down a piece of clear glass and covered it with assorted bits of leftover stringer. I want to comb this in chevrons to create a pattern that looks like feathers. So I'll be doing 5 draws. I'll do 3 pulls and 2 pushes. There's a lot less heat loss from a small kiln than a big one, so I don't need all the same protective gear needed for combing in a big kiln. Also, smaller kilns regenerate heat a lot faster than big ones, so there's only a few minutes wait time after each draw. To create swirl designs, I'll pull or push the rake in curves. But for this design, I'm doing it in straight lines.